Rosa, your grade 10 English teacher. Welcome to English 10 Quarter 2 Module 6. For our lesson today, you will be learning on how to deliver a prepared or impromptu talk on an issue employing the techniques in public speaking. In this lesson, you will learn the following. First, you need to identify the styles of public speaking like extemporaneous, impromptu, memorized, and manuscript speech. Second, construct an outline following a specific technique of a prepared or impromptu speech. And number 3, deliver a prepared or impromptu talk on an issue employing the techniques in public speaking. Are you ready? If you're ready, get your module in grade 10 quarter 2, module 6, and let's start the fun and learning now. Before proceeding to more challenging activities, let us see how well you know about some important key ideas that you will soon be acquainted with. For pre-test, choose the letter of the best answer, then write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. Please refer to your Module 6. Let us study Activity 1, Cough in the Act. Read the dialogue below, then answer the question that follows. Person number 1. Honey, did you tell your John best friend to give your toast for our wedding? Person number 2. Huh? Oh my, I forgot to tell him. Person number 3. Oh no, what will I do? If you were John, which of the following would you probably do and why? A. Tell the couple that you need a short time to arrange your thoughts. Letter B. Ask the couple to give you time to write your short speech and read it in front. Or letter C. Stand up confidently and happily share your thoughts and experiences with the couple. What will you do if you are caught in this situation? To help you become a public speaker and overcome situations like the ones above, here are frequently asked questions and answers about public speaking. What is speech delivery? In the context of public speaking, delivery refers to the presentation of the speech you have researched, organized, outlined, and practiced. There are 4 styles in speech delivery: impromptu, extemporaneous, manuscript, and memorized. So when we say extemporaneous speech, it is carefully prepared and rehearsed speech before actual speaking time. Uses outline as a guide of the speaker, which may include quotations, sources of the speaker, and arrangement of important information. Delivery is in a conversational manner. Examples are debate rebuttals and press conference. Do many people like impromptu speech? Yes, impromptu speech is delivered without notes or a plan and without any formal preparation, which means no notes, no outline, and no thinking time given. Relies on daily experience, stored knowledge, and personal opinion. Examples are answering questions during a conference. Is also considered easy since this is like a conversational type of speech. Memorized speech seems easy. Is there any disadvantage of a memorized speech? Yes. Memorized speech is a speech delivered from memory without reliance on notes or an outline. Speaker completely memorizes his speech. However, with less time of preparation, speaker has a tendency to forget what he or she memorizes, or a memory blackout happens caused by nervousness during the actual delivery, which is feared by most of the speaker. Does manuscript speech allow audience engagement? No. Manuscript speech is delivered with a script of the exact words. It may sound convenient for the speaker, however, it has limited interaction with the audience. Speaker tends to read the script word per word in front of the audience. So that is the 4 styles of public speaking. Again, we have extemporaneous, impromptu, memorized, and manuscript speech. Public speaking is an act and an art of making speech before an audience. However, it is not enough to talk in front of an audience to be an effective public speaker. You should not only focus on informing the audience and expressing his thoughts publicly, but to let them be moved and find meaning of the message. So how to do it? Let us now go through some simple steps to help you get started using the 4 Ps: plan, prepare, practice, and perform. Steps in making and delivering a speech. Number 1. Planning your speech. What is your topic? What is the purpose of your speech? To inform, to persuade, to entertain, or to inspire? Who are your audience? What is your main idea or thesis statement? Number 2. Preparing for speech. So under preparing for speech, you need to outline your speech. So under outlining your speech, you need an introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction. The introduction should be short, positive, easy to handle, generate interest and expectancy, and you must feel comfortable with it. It should create a vivid image and possibly an image that the audience can identify with. Use hooks and attention grabber, which can be question, definition, interesting story, historical background, expression of pleasure, personal reference or greetings, current event or controversial issues, quotation of proverbs, poems, or popular statements. Next is body. Body, it is where you can expound further the idea you want to convey to your listener. It is the heart of your speech. Remember that the audience likes to be entertained, informed, convinced, and motivated. Try to include some humor, if appropriate, to the topic. It is the part in which your subject matter should be arranged and developed in a clear, forceful, and interesting manner. The body should flow naturally that utilize a good organization of ideas. Use method to develop the body of your paragraph by narration, definition, exposition, description, question and answer, details and enumeration, illustration and example, comparison and contrast, chronological arrangement of facts. Next is conclusion. Conclusion, it is the clinching part. Don't leave the audience hanging in the air. You must end your speech with a sense of finality. The functions of conclusions are to leave an impression to the audience, give them the sense of satisfaction, and move them to think or act. The conclusion should restate the essential message. It should contain the following: a summary of all ideas that allows the audience to be informed once again of your topic, restatement of the main idea that includes the purpose of your speech, a clincher or a call to action, which tells the audience the role they can play pertaining to the topic. Number 2, under preparing for speech. Search for a credible source and reference for your speech. A source is credible when it is trustworthy. Sometimes it is hard to determine whether a source is credible or not, as voicing an opinion or presenting false information as fact without any credentials or proof is easy for anyone, especially online. Sources can often appear as credible even when they are not. Here are a few points to consider when evaluating sources for credibility. Number 1, be skeptical. Just because something is presented as a fact, it doesn't mean that it is. Question everything. Number 2, examine the sources and author's credentials and affiliations. Always research the background of any source you are considering using for your speech. Number 3, evaluate what sources are cited by the author. Always review the sources listed and make sure they stand up for scrutiny. And number 4, make sure the source is up to date. Make sure that your source is still relevant and applicable. Next, check the endorsements and reviews Conduct the source received. Read reviews of books printed on them or on the website or online book retailers. Check if the author is reputable. Next, check if the publisher of the source is reputable. Always make sure that the publisher is reputable. And lastly, beware of bias. Always evaluate if the source presents clear and unbiased information or if it aims at persuading you from a specific view. Learn B, it is important not only cite the source, but also to restate the author's description in your own words. Here are proper ways to cite a source. When citing a source, you need a summary, paraphrase, and quotation. So when we say summary, a brief description of longer passage written by the author. Paraphrase, a restatement of an idea is roughly the same length as the author originally described it. And quotation, the exact same words as the author used, presented between quotation marks. The third steps in making and delivering your speech is practice your speech. Number 1, practice till you are comfortable and familiar with your speech. Let your family, relatives, and friends hear you out. Number 2, ask and listen for feedback and try to apply it to improve your speech delivery. Number 3, if you want to master impromptu and extemporaneous speech, prepare speaking prompts. List down topics or current issues that can be possibly be discussed. Cut them out and do draw lots of the topic. Then try to talk about them following the IBC pattern. Number 4, time your speech during practice and learn to manage time on the actual speech delivery. The fourth steps in making and delivering your speech is performing your speech. Number 1, dress properly or dress appropriately. Your credibility as a speaker relies on how you present yourself. Good grooming is a plus. Number 2, posture and gestures. Be positive and confident on stage. Always have good body postures, gestures, and maintain eye contact with the audience to establish rapport. So that is the steps in making and delivering your speech. Again, plan, prepare, practice, and perform your speech. Let us now go to activity 2 entitled Match That Style. Directions. Match the following public speaking styles with its definition and the example situations. Draw an arrow to connect them. Copy and answer on a separate sheet of paper. Let's now go to activity 3, Speech Write Shop. Directions. Select from the issues below, then write your own speech outline on the issue you selected. Use a separate sheet. Note, you can also write about an issue you like to talk about other than the list below. Kindly refer to your Quarter 2 Module 6. Now let's go to Activity 4. Give it a try. Directions. You are going to listen to another speech. Observe and take note of the strengths and weaknesses of the public speaker's delivery. Then rate the speaker using the same rubrics in the previous activity. Please kindly refer to your Quarter 2 Module 6. Now let's go to Activity 5 entitled Speak Out Loud. Directions. Practice your speech. You can either memorize or familiarize them. Then look for someone, your parent, sibling, neighbor, or friend to listen your speech. Then let them evaluate your speech using the checklist below on a separate sheet. Note, record yourself while doing this speech practice so that you can do self-evaluation after. And Activity 6, Self-Check. Directions. Reflect on your experiences in public speaking and try to complete the sentences in each them. Use separate sheet for your answer. Kindly refer to your Quarter 2 Module 6. Let us enhance. This is now the final delivery of your piece. Please take note that you will be rated according to the public speaking rubrics below. Activity 7.
Speak up. Directions. Let's go back to prehistoric times when gadgets are not yet invented. Can you live without these gadgets and being hooked to social media? Write a short speech about that topic and deliver your speech via live video conference, video call, recording, or one-on-one with your teacher. Make sure to arrange the preferred time and modality. You will be graded using the rubrics. Use it as your guide.
Kindly refer to your Quarter 2 Module 6. Great job! You have just completed the activities and now equipped with knowledge about speech delivery. You might still think that delivering a speech in public is not quite easy, that you need a lot of confidence and courage to do it. However, it does not mean you cannot do it. You have just done it, right? You learned that your speech delivery can make a big impact on an audience in ways that you may not intend. You also learned that you need to choose a delivery method, determining whether the speech calls for impromptu, extemporaneous, manuscript, or memorized speech. Then, consider the persona that you want to project by paying attention to your public image and be aware of the time limits set for the speech. Finally, you must always uphold a level of ethics as a speaker in every delivery by not using language that denigrates others. See you again at our next lesson. I am Vanessa May M. Narosa, your grade 10 English teacher from Santa Ana National High School.